gunfire and blood on the sands, a shocking death caused by the perilous mental state of one he would call a friend, we say goodbye to Wilf. We hardly knew you. But now, we must press on. We must escape from Africa and the troubles we have caused in Cairo. Let's get back to it. Steady Rollerman presents The Masks of Nyarlathotep.
The hunting horror swept in from behind the bent pyramid, a vast, writhing silhouette blotting out the stars. Its wings rippled like torn shadows, its hiss vibrating through the sand. The creature's presence was overwhelming, wrong in a way that bypassed thought and struck directly at the primal instincts of survival. For Lucky Leech, it did something worse. The change hit him like a physical blow. His breath caught, his shoulders locked. His grey-blue eyes, usually sharp, restless, always scanning, grew wide and glassy. Whatever part of him kept the world in order simply snapped. He staggered back, the Thompson already in his hands, his fingers scarred, work-worn, burned in places, tightened around the grip with a kind of desperate certainty. His whole body shifted into a soldier's stance, squared shoulders, knees bent, weight forward. But there was no discipline in his expression now, only raw, unfiltered terror. And then he turned, not toward the creature, nor toward the sky, but toward Wilfred. Wilfred Hassan stood only a few paces away, all of his attention fixated on the approaching horror. He had just enough time to register Lucky's movement, not enough to understand it. The Thompson erupted in Lucky's hands, the muzzle flashed strobing across the desert. Wilfred turned towards the sound, confusion flickering across his face, just a heartbeat of not understanding, trying to place the noise, the movement, the impossible betrayal. Then the round struck him. There was no drawn-out struggle, no dramatic collapse. It happened too fast for that. The impact drove him backward, his fez tumbling into the sand, his body folding, his white linen shirt suddenly bathed in crimson as he dropped to his knees, then to his side. For a moment he seemed to try to speak, just a breath, a faint sound, but the desert swallowed it. His eyes, usually so steady and thoughtful, were wide, staring at Thomas Leach in disbelief. And then the life went out of him with startling swiftness, as if whatever held him to this world had suddenly and clinically been severed. Sand around Hassan's body shifted in the night breeze, soft grains whispering against his still form. The hunting horror shrieked, the pyramids loomed in silent judgment, and Lucky stood trembling, the Thompson still smoking in his white-knuckled grip. We join the scene with the remainder of your group, three of you, walking towards the village of Darshur as dawn begins to break. If you remember, you are just approaching the edge of the village. Can I just ask a question? I'm assuming that you took the stone that you found in the sand. I don't know whether that's a correct assumption or an incorrect assumption.
Yeah, we would have taken that with us. It seemed important enough.
Okay, who's holding that?
Jacob.
I would say the one who's not mad.
Okay.
Dug it out of the sand, but I can't remember what happened to it after that.
Well, I'm carrying a party's worth of guns for everybody's safety, so I'm not carrying a stone as well.
So I think that Jacob would still have it then,
Jacob,
unless somebody had specifically taken it off him.
And I've taken the Nyambi scepter was.
Yeah.
There was something else as well, wasn't there, that he had?
Yeah, he had the twin scepters. The one's got an ankh on the end, the other one's got a shepherd's hook. You took those as well.
Also the pectoral as well, or spiral pectoral.
Oh, you had that as well.
Body.
Okay.
Mm.
And
who's carrying that one? The wooden star. Okay.
Wooden watch.
He had a wooden star. Yeah, he's got keys on him for the museum. He's got other. I don't know if there's anything else.
We should have taken the keys as well because we need to.
Okay, you can take the keys.
Pistol.
Okay. Nothing else of any stroke significance that you would have taken.
Keys to his own lodgings.
Well, we're not. We're not going to trace you back to your cave and steal your treasure.
Well, there was nothing of interest there anyway.
You find a leather bag of 1,000 copper pieces.
Yeah, that's not worth taking. Wherever he lived, it was only.
We're going to check for secret compartments as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it got it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And you've already answered my next question. So, but you are now possessor of all firearms. Is that correct?
Oh, I haven't taken Jacob's.
Okay.
He's
Just
terrible with
cookies.
it anyway, so.
Yeah, even when he hits with it, it doesn't do any damage, so it's useless.
How far am I away from Bert? Is it point blank range?
I think so. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
checking.
Did you take my pistol as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay. Who's taking the pectoral? So I've got the
You
circlet.
can carry that.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we
Another
happy that
thing,
everybody?
notebook. I have a notebook with notes.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
take
we
that
did-
as well because it's
Okay.
yeah.
Make sure that if
Other
no, you
options.
make sure you're making a note of all these things. That you're
I
taking.
am. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think as well as items, we need to forward all the notes. I think, Simon, you mentioned that previously.
Yes. Well, hopefully, Jacob's doing that,
Doing what? Forwarding the notes
keeping notes and then forwarding
Yeah.
them periodically back to
to Erica or the was it the
Erica and Mr. Finch. So there's the the unredacted one goes to Mr. Finch and the redacted one goes to Erica.
Yeah. Okay. The desert softens as you walk, the long black edge of night beginning to fray into grey. After everything you've endured, the void, the black pharaoh, Wilfred's death, the creature in the sky, the quiet now feels quite unreal. Ahead, the village of Darshur slowly reveals itself in the first pale wash of dawn. At first, it's only shapes, low, square silhouettes rising from the sand like half-buried stones. But as the light strengthens and the details emerge, you see mud brick houses which cluster together in uneven rows. Their flat roofs still cool with night. Thin columns of smoke curl from a few chimneys as early risers stoke cooking fires. The smell of wood smoke drifts faintly on the breeze, a grounding human scent after the horrors of the night. Palm trees stand in loose groves around the village edges, their fronds stirring gently in the morning wind. A few goats bleat somewhere out of sight. You hear the distant clatter of a metal pail, the soft murmur of voices on the wind. Ordinary sounds, domestic sounds, the kind that feel impossibly far removed from dark gods and monsters. Okay, so you're just going to press on just directly towards the village. You can see on the edge of the village, where the mud brick houses give way to the open desert, you can see there's a merchant that appears to be preparing his caravan of camels for a journey. He's between you and the village.
We'll head to him and see if he's heading to Cairo, and if he is, whether we can pay to hitch a ride.
Okay. He stands between his camels, checking the straps and knots with practiced ease of a man who's spent half his life on the road. You can see as you get closer, he's tall and lean, wrapped in a sand-coloured galabeah that flutters around his ankles. A patterned keffiyeh is tied loosely around his head, its ends stirring in the morning breeze. His face is lined and weathered, but his eyes are dark, alert. 3 camels kneel in the sand behind him, their long necks rising and falling with slow, patient breaths. They are laden with goods. Burlap sacks, baskets, clay jars, sealed with wax, and bundles of cloth tied with rope. One camel carries a wooden crate. Another has a rolled carpet strapped along its flank. The animals grumble and snort as the merchant works, their deep resonant voices echoing softly across the sands. A few sparrows hop around their feet, pecking at stray grains spilling from a torn sack. As you approach, the merchant raises his head. You travel early, friends.
Yes, we've been travelling through the night, but we still have a fair way to go. Can I ask you which direction you're headed?
His eyes narrow. No foreigners walk the desert at this hour unless they are lost or running from something.
Running. You can see by the state of us that we have encountered things we shouldn't in the night.
He looks past you to the pyramids beyond. He nods. Foreigners wandering from that direction before sunrise. Shakes his head. This is not a place for tourists at night. Even the soldiers keep close to their fires. What brings you walking out of the desert at dawn like spirits returning from the underworld?
Well, we were investigating the pyramids, as you suspected, and we came upon things that no man should see, and now we are seeking to get away from them as fast as we can. Ideally, never to return and never to see those things again.
Mhm. It is a shame that your wisdom has come at this late hour.
We were foolish to think that by our nature we were protected from such things. We've learned the hard way.
You are not the first Westerners to make that mistake. Your coming reminds me of others. He kind of looks distantly, and then, but how may I help you?
We have lost our transportation and are hoping to return to Cairo so that we may head back to England to safer shores. We were wondering if we could pay you to travel on your camels if you were headed that way.
He looks at you suspiciously. I am not sure whether that would be wise.
Wise for you or wise for us?
Yes, more the former than the latter. Apologies, I have been rude. I am Mahmoud al-Rashid, trader of grain, dates, cloth, and whatever else Cairo is willing to pay for. My family has walked this route since my grandfather's time.
Then
He holds his hand out.
how about a hand out as well? Shake it. Thomas Leach.
Shakes you all by the hand individually.
Then your family will have been aware of the legends surrounding that pyramid, and from the way you talk, I suspect you may have seen things that were not meant for human eyes.
I have heard tale of things. The trouble has got worse, of course, since the Carlyles. You have no connection to them by any chance, do you?
We are aware of them. We have heard that they have done things that they shouldn't, and they paid the price for it.
Is that the reason you are here? Following in their footsteps?
Following in their footsteps, yes, but not in the way that you might think. We were sent by Carlyle's sister to find out what happened to her brother. So it is more a humanitarian mission on our part. We're not interested in what they were seeking. We just want to find out what happened to them to set the poor lady's mind at rest.
It has been many years. We are talking 1919. 6 years since they were here.
Yes, it is true. Information has taken a long time to travel across to America. There are many stories, many trails that needed following. We do not expect to find anyone alive. We just need to know what happened to stop something similar happening again. Maybe preventing people from doing what the Carlyles did, disturbing things that shouldn't be disturbed.
Are the tales of their deaths in Kenya not true?
We have not travelled to Kenya yet. There is some suggestion that they met their ends there, and that story is true. But we have heard rumours that some may have survived. We've seen no evidence of that, though.
Truly, you are ghosts. Thought all this had been forgotten. He smiles. If you seek passage, of course you may accompany me. The road to Cairo is long. I head to Saqqara. It is but 3 hours. I have a cousin who has a truck. The rest of the journey will be quicker and easier.
Oh, then, so good. Thank you for your company so far, and then onwards, I hope.
Allow me to finish my preparations. We will travel in less than half an hour.
Do you travel alone?
Yes, it is always better that way.
Is there somewhere we may get some food and drink for the journey?
Yes, I'm sure that I could furnish you with such provisions. We have not discussed the fee, however. I'm a merchant, don't forget.
What would you see as being a reasonable charge for 3 companions on your journey?
How we say 10 of your English pounds?
That sounds fair.
Okay, so that you can all make a spot roll then, please.
Equal an ordinary success.
Okay.
Same for but ordinary success.
And what about you, Lucky?
Sand in my eyes, 93.
Okay.
Every time I close my eyes, I just see Wilf writhing in agony.
Okay, Bert and Jacob, you're kind of listening to. Well, the sun has only just begun to rise when you notice it. It's soft, pale light spilling over the desert. You're looking around, taking in your surroundings. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of dust and cooking fires that I mentioned earlier from Darshur as it slowly wakes behind you. You stand with Mahmoud al-Rashid at the edge of the village, listening to his discourse with Thomas. But even as they speak, something suddenly tugs at your attention. Movement, far off. Too deliberate to be accidental. At first you think it's just villagers beginning their day, shapes shifting between the date palms and the low mud brick walls. But then you see them clearly, 3 figures standing apart from the morning bustle, half hidden in the long shadows cast by the sun. They're watching you. Their robes are the same sandy hue as the desert, but their posture is different to the other villagers. Rigid, focused. Mahmoud and Thomas, you carry on talking. You got your back to them, but you can suddenly notice that your 2 friends are just staring.
I look
over your
sideways
shoulder.
at make eye contact, and then look out to the 3 figures just to check whether he's seen them.
I give him a little nod when I see him looking at me, and pass a pistol back to Leech.
I'll take it and look quizzically. troubled bit.
Mahmoud looks quizzically as well. What is the matter?
I'll point to the distance where Jacob and I are looking. Figures.
Mahmoud turns and he looks in that direction. He turns back and he says, "Brotherhood, what have you done?"
What do you know of the Brotherhood?
Whispers, rumours.
Well,
They are not good to cross, put it that way.
the whispers and the rumours are true, and the stories that you've heard of things that dwell in the pyramids are true. What I told you before was also true, but only partially true. You're seeking to disrupt the work of the Brotherhood, and we are succeeding, and they are seeking to kill us for what we have done.
You are not doing your chances of accompanying me on the journey much good.
No, we've lost a good friend last night. I do not want to put a stranger in danger for helping us for something that he knows nothing about.
Not worry, I have lost friends also. We
Well,
better go.
If you know who the Brotherhood are, I would give you this opportunity to take your leave, or we should leave quickly, and we will pay you double.
He smiles, says, "So be it." He calls in Arabic to his camels, each individually, and they all rise, groaning in there. And then are you going to actually ride on the camels?
Yes.
Okay. What's your ride camel skill?
Oh, it's massive.
Finally, I get to use it.
Well, it's
Okay.
worse than a waste after all.
No, he helps you. He helps you up onto the camels, and then he takes the one at the front, and you begin your journey north towards Saqqara. What should we do about our followers?
Well, if they are following at a distance, then our choice is to let them follow or to seek to stop them permanently. I'm not sure that you signed up for that.
I cannot. There is a stopping place about an hour from here. We will make there and then decide.
But if we're going to fight them, I'm going to need the Thompson back, but not yet. What do you think, gents?
Well,
You pull up alongside each other. You're bouncing up and down on your camels.
Let's head north and keep an eye out until we We get to the stopping place to see whether they're following. We could either ambush
just-
them or
Yeah. Scope out this spot and see if there is an ambush opportunity.
I think we're at that stage now, aren't we? Until we get out of the country. If we get followed, they are going to look for an opportunity to kill us. We need to find a better opportunity to take them out first. Ensure that we have.
Yeah. All I meant was whether it's a good spot for an ambush, not
Yes.
not
So we are agreed that we're going to have to take them on.
There's going to be an ambush. It's just where's best.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we could, if we go past this stopping place and there is any form of cover, we could send our new friend onwards with the camels, and we could hide, and hopefully they won't, if the distance is great enough, they won't realise that we have dismounted.
You all make spot rolls, please.
hard success for Jacob.
Okay.
And a hard success
Fail.
for but
Okay. Both of you hard successes.
Lucky's still pretty shook up.
You've been travelling for maybe half an hour on the camels, and but Jacob, you have caught the glimpse of the 3 individuals following you at a distance at least twice in that period of time. They are quite a long way off, but occasionally, you see them atop a dune, and then suddenly they disappear. But yeah, they are definitely following you still. Up ahead, after about 3/4 of an hour, you can see up ahead what looks like a kind of grove of palm trees with a stream. The merchant kind of gestures towards points ahead. It says, "We will be there in maybe 10 minutes."
Mahmood, when we first met, you alluded to us not being the first Westerners you'd seen around the pyramids.
Indeed.
Were you referring to the Carlisle expedition?
Yes.
What did you see?
Me to tell you what I know?
I would.
When do we stop?
If this is a good point, then this may turn ugly. You may want to make yourself scarce unless you are willing to involve yourself in what is likely to become quite a deadly exchange of fire.
He looks startled to start with, and this was, no, I would rather not. If possible, I will. Me and my camels will carry on. You will do what you need to do.
I shall nod.
It may be better anyway.
No, absolutely. I don't
Yeah.
want to have to worry about somebody else.
So, what's the plan then? Is the plan to get to the grove of palm trees and then allow Mahmood to carry on with the camels, and you dismount and hide behind the trees? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, pretty much. Or something a bit more heavy duty to hide behind in a tree.
Is the stream sort of cut into the ground? Would that provide any cover? Or?
No, it's not. It's quite a shallow stream. There's not really enough for you to hide in the gully or anything like that.
It is then.
Yeah, there are some trees and some small bushes, and that's pretty much it. It's obviously it's still kind of quite deserty here. It's obviously further more plants. It's lusher than it was previously out in the middle of the desert, but there's still not a huge amount of vegetation.
I think the stream is that kind of just the right size to magically fall face first in, and the water turns red as the camera pans away. That kind of stream.
I know that. I know the one. Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen this film before.
Yeah, I'll go behind a tree. I'll look to Bert.
I'll pass Lucky as Thompson.
Okay.
Well,
right. So you're all going to get off the camel, get down, and then hide behind the trees. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I need to make a stealth roll, but don't forget that you won't know what you've made. So however it is, you're still hiding behind. Okay, Bert.
I rolled 33.
44.
Okay.
Which is well.
Lucky Leech, lucky 88.
So Jacob and Albert are behind a tree, and Lucky is standing there shouting, "They're coming this way!"
I think Jacob's half out of a tree, actually. It wasn't a success.
Okay.
You got okay. Yeah.
I got a hard success. So. Doesn't really matter though, does it?
Well, you just go. Bert turns around and says, "Guys, I can see you both. Hide a bit better."
Yeah.
Okay.
How long till they get here?
Can we see them?
No, you can't see them
there
at the moment.
yet? How long?
You think that they're probably about a good maybe 5 minutes behind you?
Okay.
By the time you've got down and got yourself into position, it's not going to be long before they're here.
Okay, fine.
I picked up a rifle, so I'm going to be using that.
Okay. Right, I need you to all make spot rolls then, please.
Ordinary success for Jacob.
Okay.
Ooh, failed to me.
That's a success for me.
Just an ordinary one?
Just an ordinary one.
Okay. Okay. Whoever passed the spot roll, was it Jacob and Bert?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob did. Oh, no.
Bert failed. Lucky passed.
Jacob and Lucky and Jacob. Okay, you see, you're straining your eyes from behind the tree in the bright sunlight of the early morning. You see some movement on the path behind you, and you can just about make out in the distance 3 of them cresting a rise and then disappearing down and then coming to the top of a rise again. They're not actually that far away from you now. They're probably at kind of extreme range for your you've got a pistol, haven't you? Is that right, Jacob?
Yeah,
Well, you got a rifle.
pistol.
Yeah,
Range.
Bert's got a rifle and
Hmm.
Lucky's got his submachine gun.
Yeah, what's the range for those? Do you know off the top of your head?
15 yards for the pistol.
Okay, so that's 60 yards. They're about 100 yards away when you first see them. So they're going to be out of range of the pistol. What
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
just waiting.
Thompson?
It's 20.
Okay, so because I think extreme range is 4 times.
Yeah, right, okay.
Just checking that. Yeah, it is. Okay. But they're in range, but you haven't seen them yet.
The times I've seen them, have I been able to see whether they're armed or not?
No, you see them close. Yeah, they're coming. They have got rifles slung over their shoulders.
If they've got rifles, gentlemen, we don't want to be getting into a long-range firefight with them.
No, I was let them get close before.
Yeah. What's a bolt action rifle's 100 yards?
What's your? Do you not have the range for it? Let me see.
Yeah, is it the base range? Is it the Martini, or is it a 22 bolt action?
I picked it up from the
That's one of the Egyptian guard ones. Yeah.
it's one of
Probably be
the
a Leanfield.
cultist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What? Be a 303, wouldn't it? Probably.
303
Yeah,
Liam
if
Field.
it's a solid-
Yeah,
Yeah,
base range is 110 yards.
110 yards. So up to 400 for extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need them to get quite close. They've got a huge advantage over us.
Okay.
Yeah, let's stay. Hunker down, gents.
You can obviously still see them. But can you make another spot roll, please?
35. That's a regular success.
Okay. What did I just roll? Did I just roll 83?
Yeah.
Okay. But you can now see them. They're about 70 yards away from you. They don't seem to have seen you. They're just creeping forward. Well, not creeping. They're walking quite slowly, cautiously forward.
They're not on camels, then they're just walking.
No, they're not. They're not on camels. No. You're just going to let them come closer.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just look at Leech, see if he catches his eye.
That's spot hidden. Yes.
I'll put one finger up, point at him,
Mhm.
at them. You first.
Okay.
Okay, they get within 50 yards, and suddenly one of them shouts something in Arabic. You can't really hear it, but it's to the other two, and they quickly pull their rifles off their shoulders, and kneel down. What are you going to do?
Nothing. They're still too far away.
Take cover.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to take aim.
Got 'em?
I'll take aim.
Yeah. Okay, you hear a crack as a rifle is fired, and the whistle of a bullet travelling between the two of the trees that you're hiding behind. It thunks into a kind of a small dune of sand behind you. Seem to be aimed roughly in the direction of the tree you're hiding in inverted commas behind. Lucky.
How far away are they?
50 yards.
Okay, so that's long. Well, so my base range is 20. So what minus does that give me on?
Yeah, so that would be basically it's just it counts as extreme range, so it's you have to get an extreme success to hit.
Okay, I'm not going to waste my bullets.
You still staying put, Bert?
Hold.
Okay.
I'm going to adjust my position because they've obviously seen me.
Okay, just in your position. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to make another hide roll then.
Way! That's a regular success.
Okay, but I'm going to give you a penalty die because you've already potentially been seen once, so it makes it a bit more difficult to...
Where am I looking? You say hi, that's stealth, yes? Sorry.
Yes, stealth, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, then I need a...
Yours is pretty decent.
Yeah.
You don't
Not when I roll that, though.
Not 9 is not ideal.
No.
Okay, as you're adjusting position, you hear 2 rifle shots. Are you going to try and do anything?
Yeah,
I'm going to dodge.
Dodge.
Yeah, okay. You're going to you need to make a dodge roll then. As you try and
yes, that's a success.
Yes, okay.
That's a hard success, actually.
Unfortunately, the penalty dice doesn't change the outcome. That's not very good, is it?
No, I'm going to die. What range are they at? Just regular range.
They're at 50 yards, which for their
50 yards,
rifles,
just, yeah.
Well
base
within.
range.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to kill me.
I'm just making sure there's nothing else that I should be thinking of. Ah, okay, cover. I knew there was something. Okay, you got cover, haven't you? Because you're behind a
Yes.
tree. Cover.
Chameleon.
Oh, I just need to work out the cover scenario.
Our cheat sheet doesn't actually say anything about cover.
Well, I think it might be called concealment, but there is definitely something covering concealment. A wooden fence, blah blah blah. Concealment. Another penalty die for the cover. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So, but they're not actually getting better. Rolling the lower doesn't matter, does it? It's still the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but they've only got.
Doesn't matter.
No, it means it's definitely going to be a hit now. Which okay, I'm sure that I've done everything that I can. Hold on. 5 damage.
Okay, I go
From
down.
2d6. That's pretty lucky. Okay, so are you still alive?
I am. Yeah, but
You need to make a con roll then, please.
Oh God. 1.
Okay, so you're not unconscious, but you just fall to the ground. Obviously, you take a bullet to the shoulder, collapse to the ground. What are? Oh yeah, the second. Actually, there was a second shot as well, wasn't
Hey, I'm flat on the ground now.
there? Who's next then? Well, anybody. What the rest of you doing?
I would return fire on the one I was aiming at.
Okay,
It's regular standard range.
so it's 50 yards, so it depends
50
on what.
yards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bonus die for aim.
Taking aim as well.
Yeah, you got bonus die for aiming. Yeah.
Okay. So that is a hit. And that's not an impale. That's just an extreme success. It's an extreme success though. So
But you've got the okay. You're using the bolt action rifle, aren't you?
yes,
Yeah. Okay. We damage them.
it's 2d6, isn't it? 7.
They've got. I don't know whether they've got lever action carbines that they're using. If you're using the, what did we say? You were using the point.
303.
The point
Yeah.
303 Lee Enfield, yeah.
3 Lee Enfield, yeah.
2d6 plus 4. That is.
Oh, so 11 damage.
Right. Okay. Okay. That one falls and drops to the ground. Okay. Is anybody else firing, or was that it?
I'm going to hunker down in cover. But so at this range, I would need an extreme success, would I?
You're on 50 yards, and what's your base range?
15. So
Yeah, it's 4. It will be more than, if it's more than double. Double range is hard success. Anything outside of double up to a maximum of quadruple is extreme.
and would I have penalty die as well?
No, that's just instead of imposing penalty die, you just have the hard.
Okay.
It's just harder to hit. Okay, right. What are you all doing now? So everything goes quiet.
Pick out another one and fire at them.
Okay, they seem to have
playing
kind
dead.
of. Yeah, they've gone out of sight. Whether they've gone back behind like a small dune that they're behind, you can't see them anymore, except for one of them that's lying in the sand, not moving. The other two have gone back, and you can't. They're just out of view.
I will stealthily move my position to move forward to try and get them in view.
Okay. What are you doing, Jacob?
I'm going to look round the tree, sort of aiming where I last saw them, and try and locate them.
Okay. Right, both make spot rolls, please.
Success.
That is a hard success.
Okay. So you got a success, did you say, Bert?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Against a fail. Okay. And you got a hard success against a fail. Okay. Okay, you both see them first before they see you as they're trying to get away. You're going to try and shoot at them, Bert.
Yes.
Make a roll. I presume you're still staying behind the tree, yeah? No, you said you were going forward, didn't you?
I was moving forward so I could
You
see them
wouldn't have
better.
stayed behind the tree anyway, because
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hard
Okay.
success. Hard success.
Excellent. Okay. Roll damage.
10.
10. Okay. You see a very small kind of spray of red as your bullet hits that one in the head.
Right.
Needless to say, he collapses.
I click the bolt back to chamber another round and move forward.
What about you, Jacob?
I'm going to take a shot at the one I saw.
Okay.
But I decide, no, no way.
If he stayed his hand.
So you shoot the ground instead.
Yeah.
Okay. But you've moved furthest forward now. You're further forward than the others. Obviously, further forward than Jacob, and obviously Lucky because he's lying on the ground. You're going to carry on your pursuit.
Yes.
Make a spot roll, please. Let's see.
It's a hard success.
Okay. You can shoot first. You spot them before they spot you. There's one of them now, and he's running away across the sand.
It's a success.
Okay. Roll your damage.
8.
8.
No,
Okay.
sorry, 14. No, that's terrible maths, David.
12.
8 plus 4 is 14. Well done, me. Yes, 12 damage.
Okay. Again, you shoot while he's running away, and you shoot him in the back. You just force the bullet hit him in the back. He flies forward and is no longer moving.
Right.
All is quiet.
Flip the
As I
bolt.
see that, I'm going to dash over to Lucky and see if I can do anything first aid wise.
I will check the bodies.
You're going to run over to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than their clothes, they've both got. All three of them have got lever action carbine rifles, and they also have inverted onks on the leather laces around their necks. But apart from that, they have nothing.
Right, we'll just head back to the others.
Okay, you regroup. You can. Lucky is still lying in the sand with blood.
I try and do first
Leaking.
aid.
Okay, make a roll, please. Ooh.
Good.
That's an extreme success.
Extremely good. Let's have a look.
Still don't trust him, so does that mean I can open up an artery if I want?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I
You
couldn't
can
save him.
You can perform a coup de grace if you want.
Less than ideal.
Just don't use your pistol, you'll miss.
Ooh. First aid. Okay, extreme success. You are restored to 2 hit points.
Oh, awesome.
Jacob does a fantastic job of binding your wound in your shoulder, cleaning it perfectly.
Wow.
You've obviously
3
got
times the hit points I was on previously.
Took me a while to work that one out.
Yeah, so obviously he looks quite pale and badly injured. It's a nasty wound, but Jacob works miracles.
It's anything. Just nod in gratitude.
Can we see Mahmood and the camel train still?
Yeah, you can see them in the distance. They're quite a long way in the distance, though. The sound of rifle fire didn't really incentivize him to hang around too much.
Are you up
Think
to
Bert
follow
can
him?
can Bert hit him from here?
Probably. Are you up to following him, Lucky?
I'll try, but I am not in a good way.
Well, shall I go ahead and see if I can persuade him to wait for us?
Well, the risk is past, hasn't it?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
If you can catch him, then yes, I'd like to rest here for a time if that's all right with everyone. I think we're safe for a while.
Yeah, you have a feeling that you won't be able to move at any kind of
No.
speed, as you can probably imagine. Well, without risking undoing some of the good work that Jacob's done.
I'm going to just put my head down here for a moment.
Okay, Jacob, you're going to just run to try and catch up with Mahmood, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you run quite. You can catch up with him fairly easily, running at your speed, and he's happy to wait once you assure him that there are no further bullets being fired in his direction. So presently, you with Lucky moving gingerly forward, and Mahmood actually probably turns his camel train round. Actually, comes back to meet you halfway.
If someone can help me onto a camel,
Yeah, I'll help him up.
I'll hand back the Thompson. Better that you hold on to this.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood will not forget. You have made bad enemies.
Do you want a
Well,
carbine?
if it's only- huh?
Do you want a carbine?
Yeah, that might be wise.
I'll grab one of the carbine rifles and give that to Lucky.
Okay.
Nothing.
Mhm.
If it's any consolation, Mahmood, I don't think we've made the situation any worse.
He smiles. His eyes twinkle somewhat. You get the impression that even though there's a lot of danger, that he's almost enjoying it. We will be in Saqqara in less than 2 hours. Again, he speaks to his camels in Arabic, and they continue moving forward.
After 20 minutes or so, I'll say to Mahmood, you promised us a story about the Carlisle expedition.
Of course, yes. You ask about the spring of 1919. It was a troubled time in Bashur. I remember it well, although I wish I did not. The Carlisle Roger, he reminded me of you in some ways. You both have those distant eyes. He narrows his eyes. You have seen much, have you not?
Too much.
The Carlisle people had been working near the Bent Pyramid for some weeks by then. Robert Carlisle, he was unlike any foreigner I had met before. The eyes, like yours, distant, as if he were listening to someone none of us could hear. He told anyone who would listen that dreams had called him to Egypt, that he had a destiny here, that he would become a god. We laughed at first, but after a while no one laughed. There was something feverish in him, something, what would I say? Pats his camel and says, something not of this world. Do I make any sense to you?
You do. We've seen people with that mania before.
And always at his side there was the Kenyan woman. She was tall, quiet, watching everything. The diggers said she had him under a spell, that she used dark magic to bind his heart and mind. I cannot say if that is true, but I know this. When she looked at you, it felt as though she saw straight through your skin and into your bones. Sir Aubrey Penny was no better. A learned man, yes, but cold as the desert at night. He spoke little to us. The workers whispered that he too had dreams, telling me he would rise again as a pharaoh of ancient Egypt. He carried himself like one already, chin high, eyes half-lidded, as if the rest of us were beneath his notice. Then came that night in May. He takes out a water vessel and draws from it. All of them, the leaders of the expedition, save for the one, Brady, went into the Bent Pyramid after sunset. No torches, no tools, nothing, just walked inside as though summoned. The diggers refused to go near the place. They said the men were going to meet a great evil. The messenger of the Black Wind, they called it. What happened inside, God only knows. But the next morning Brady came to our village. He looked shaken. He was alone, like a man who had seen death walking. He carried a stone, half of something, broken clean across, and he asked our elders if they knew what it was. He begged for help to find the other half. He would not say why, only that it was important, desperately important. You must understand that when Jack Brady came to us that morning, he looked like a man fleeing a nightmare that had followed him into the daylight. There was something about your approach to me this morning that reminded me. He held that broken stone as if it were burning his hands, and he begged our elders to help him. He begged to know what it was and what it meant. But the villagers, their reaction was not what he hoped for. The moment they saw the markings on the stone, a hush fell over the room. Old men who had survived famine and war crossed themselves. Women pulled their children indoors. Even the dogs outside began to bark and whine. Our head man, Sheikh Hassan, refused to touch the stone. He would not even look at it for long. He said it carried the mark of the old darkness, the kind that sleeps beneath the desert and should never be disrupted. Brady pleaded with them to help, search for the other half. He said lives depended on it. He said something terrible had happened in the pyramid. But the elders shook their heads. We do not go near the place, they told him. Not for gold, not for God, not for you. Some of the younger men looked tempted. Brady was desperate, and desperate men pay well, but their mothers dragged them back by the sleeves. No one would risk angering whatever had stirred in the Bent Pyramid that night. In the end, he left alone, still clutching the stone. He looked back at us once, as if hoping someone might change their mind, but no one did. The village doors stayed shut. We wanted no part of what awakened out there in the desert, and nor do we now. I will get you to Saqqara. We will get you to Cairo, and from there, our association will have to end.
Done us a great service, Mahmood. Do you know what became of the rest of the Carlisle expedition? Did they ever emerge from the pyramid?
They did. I understand they had emerged next morning, saying that they had experienced great epiphanies within the pyramid. They were much changed, but I know nothing more than that. They soon after emerging, the dig packed up and left. Whatever secret they were looking for within the pyramid, they obviously found it. He speaks to his camel and urges it forward, as if he moves off away from you, as if he wants to be alone at the front. Okay, the rest of the journey passes uneventfully. You reach Saqqara. True to his word, Mahmud's cousin has a truck which takes you from Saqqara to Cairo, another hour's journey. And therefore, before noon on Thursday the 19th of March, you arrive on the outskirts of Cairo, where you are left by Mahmud and his cousin. Mahmud says his farewells. I hope that Allah is with you and that you are lucky in your fight. You are brave men. I am proud to have met you and helped you in some little way.
You've done us an enormous service, Mahmood. I don't think we would have escaped with our lives without you. We're very grateful. Thank you.
He nods. It was a pleasure. And then he's away, leaving you standing on the edge of Cairo. What are you going to do?
You paid him.
Yeah, he paid him already. he was a paid up front type of guy.
Gentlemen, we need to gather what we can and get out of Cairo, but I am not sure that I am in a good enough state to travel any distance.
Hospital is what we need, but it's just going to bring great risk to anyone.
Anybody knows we're in the city.
It'll be a sitting target for the Brotherhood in Cairo. Is there nowhere else we can go?
We could lay low somewhere, but we should just get out of the city.
Perhaps the old temple.
But we'll be drawing. If we did that, then that may draw the Brotherhood to the temple. Then all the artifacts of the Queen will be in one place. That would surely bring them on us.
Away from there, especially with what we have.
It's the only place in Cairo we could get some protection, but
maybe we
is there
just
anywhere else
if we get out of Cairo.
What do you suggest, Lucky?
Well, we can't stay here anymore, can we? So they would expect us to travel to Kenya. So I would say that we head to the coast, catch a ship to Shanghai.
Do we just grab our things from the museum and head straight to a boat? You can call.
They'll be watching the docks, won't they? We would be better served driving to another port. We could see whether we're being followed directly.
Okay. Let's do that. But either way, the first thing we have to do is get all of our things together. We cannot leave these artifacts lying around.
Well, I need to... Ideally, well, what do we need? We need anything that you've left behind in the hotel. We need everything from the museum. Ideally, we would get my truck and my gear. And then anything else?
No. Well, that's it. That's the list.
We came in through Alexandria. Is there an alternative?
Find the map or you head towards Suez.
Yeah, Port Said is the
Port
alternative.
Said,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Port Said, that's
Or Suez, yeah.
Okay, so
Port Said is at the other end of the.
Port Said's on the Med. Suez is south, so the Gulf of Suez heading down through the Red Sea.
Either way, we could still go to the Red Sea from either of them, because Said's at the other end of the canal.
Oh.
Would we be better retracing the steps of the Carlisle expedition to East Africa?
No, because that's where they would assume we were going to go next. They wouldn't expect us to go to Shanghai, would they? And we know we have leads in Shanghai. And it would give us time to... It would give me time to recuperate. I think we need to take some heat out of this. And also, if we are on a ship, once we find a very deep spot in the ocean, these things can go overboard somewhere where they'll never be able to find them. If we're travelling overland, there's a risk that if we're killed, they gain possession of them again and they attempt to whatever it was they were going to do with the Queen. We can't destroy these things, but we can hide them from them so that they can't ever find them. Then the best way to do that is to throw them in the sea so deep that they can't dive for them.
First,
Sorry?
hotel, museum, port.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we need to try and get 'em to my truck if we can, because we're going to need
Truck. Sorry,
truck.
forgot truck.
Yeah.
Okay, so first stop from your current position, obviously south of Cairo, is to head towards the museum, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I need to get a change of clothes because I'm covered in blood.
Covered in Wilf.
And his own blood as well. Okay.
Yes. Wherever we go, we're taking a little piece of Wilf with us.
What happened to Brady? I don't think it's been mentioned several times, but I don't think we've got any idea what became of him. Presumably he's still got the other half of that stone.
Yes.
And he seemed keen on reuniting the two parts. Anyway.
From what Wilf said, no, it was you, wasn't it? The vision. That would be a good thing. That would help seal the pyramid.
Yeah.
Are you gonna, in terms of heading towards the Cairo Museum, how are you gonna get in?
Through the back door. We've got keys.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're gonna use the keys. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I think we need to go and get the truck first.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So the truck is right up by the Mina House Hotel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is another quite a long way north of Cairo.
But we have to have that to put all the stuff in. So that has to be the first place we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So how you can do? You can try and get a taxi to the truck.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Okay.
Put the weapon is going to be obvious. We're going to need to.
Yeah, you can't really carry the rifles with you in the taxi. Well, you can, but
we could wrap them in. If we've got tarp, wrap them in rope.
Buy a carpet.
Yeah, we can buy a carpet. Roll it in that. That's a good idea.
Go and get Mahmood and say, actually, that isn't a bad idea at all. There's, as you can imagine, there are quite a lot of carpet vendors around.
Yeah, buy a carpet and roll them in a
tourist
carpet.
carrying a carpet is not going to stand out.
Okay, I like it.
We have the bolt action and the carbine and the Thompson to wrap. So
yeah,
two carpets then. Yeah.
No, one will be enough. I can carry them all.
Double barrel carpet.
Okay, so you head north. You flag down a taxi. You completely avoid suspicion by putting your weapons superbly inside a carpet.
I'm gonna.
Obviously, you have to try and hide the fact you've been shot as well.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a.
But you have had some superb medical attention.
Yeah, but I need to get some kind of robe or jacket or something over the top.
If you want to call Jacob Dr. Jacob now as a new nickname, that's absolutely fine, by the way.
The good doctor.
Okay. Right, the journey from central Cairo to back up to the area of Giza, basically, where you've left your lorry, passes uneventfully. You pay the taxi driver, remove your carpet. I presume you're keeping a watch all the time on yourself.
Yes.
Okay. And as you round the corner of the street that you parked the truck on, you are very pleased to see the truck still in the same place that you left it, and undamaged.
On bricks.
Finally, something's going our way, Lucky.
I can drive if you like, Lucky. You don't really look in any.
No, I'll get in the back.
Okay.
I will figuratively and literally ride shotgun.
Okay, where are you going now? As you get in the truck, you turn the engine over, it cranks into life. Who do you say was driving?
Jacob.
Okay.
Museum is nearest, isn't it?
I've got to get the muffler sorted on that.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. Did you say you're heading towards where?
Museum first.
Okay, you make the return journey to Cairo. Again, passes uneventfully in your truck. Are you gonna? Well, there is actually a yard behind the museum, so you can pull the truck up behind there if you like.
Yep. Well, I won't say yeah. I'll say yeah, but I'm in the back, so I can't really decide.
Okay, you take the truck around the back of the museum. You've obviously got the keys to enter. Okay. Nobody really pays you much heed as you drive the truck in, having seen your faces around the museum on a fairly regular basis. Okay, you're going to just go back, you're going to go inside and then go down to Kafur's office.
Yeah, as we ought to say our goodbyes.
I'm going to stay in the truck.
You're going to stay in the truck? Okay.
Yeah. I can't really carry anything.
The carpets with the weapons are in the back there with you, so you can guard
Yes.
the truck effectively.
Okay. You use Wilfred's keys and you head down the stairs to the basement area where Cathal and Wilfred's offices are.
But I think we ought to share everything with Dr. Cathal.
Got no choice, have we?
No.
Not gonna. He needs to know why Wilf's never coming back. But then again, we don't need to share everything with Dr. Cathal. It's enough that Wilf lost his life. He doesn't have to know about Lucky.
Agreed. All right.
You can see as you head towards Dr. Cathal's office, you can see the door opening. You can see him you can see a man standing inside by his desk with his back to you. You going to go in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of the Egyptian scholar, you see a grey-haired man standing before you with his back to you. He wears a dark suit and is leaning on a hickory walking stick. As he turns, you see a familiar face looking back at you. World-weary and haunted, yes, but unmistakably stoic and proud. 3 days earlier, a smart Boston townhouse on a frosty early spring morning. A young lad knocks and waits on the porch for the door to open. "Mr. Fitzwarren? Telegram for you, sir," he says, offering the envelope with both hands, as though it was something fragile. The bearded occupant opens the envelope. A telegram, which is now available to view on Discord. Sent from Valletta, Malta, 2:13 a.m. March the 16th, 1925. To Malcolm Fitzwarren, 156 Mount Vernon Street, Boston, Massachusetts. Grave news from England and Egypt. Stop. Need you at Warren to maintain order. Stop. Heading east. Stop. Edward. Stop. 2 weeks earlier. Wiltshire, England.
Edward sits at his desk. The Journal of Sir Edward Fitzwarren, 8th Baron of Neverhaven. Warren Hall, 5th of March, 1925. House is quiet tonight, in a manner I do not trust. Warren Hall has known many silences over its long centuries. After funerals, after harvests, after wars. But this one feels watchful, as though the stones themselves are holding their breath. Perhaps I am merely sensitive, still recovering from my recent ordeal. Have one's very blood turned against oneself by a thing from beyond the firmament is not an experience that lends itself confidence to my nerves. I am alive by the grace of others. That is a difficult truth for a soldier to accept. The investigators, Lockhart with his haunted eyes, Hicks with blunt honesty and scarred knuckles, Nicholas Blake and his unshakable sense of order, and dear Howard, his mind has walked paths yet returned with purpose. They saved both my life and my ancestral home. Had they failed, Warren Hall would now be a charred shell, and I a cinder-filled corpse, hollowed out by the fire vampire that our forebears bound here with magics best left forgotten. I felt it inside me. I remember fire without flame, and hunger that was not my own. Worse still is the knowledge that my sons died answering my called duty. That fields of Norfolk, torn from the house by that blasphemous by-key, while grappling with Gavigan and his cursed brotherhood. Brave and earnest Stanton, slain on English soil by a hunting horror of all things, Derbyshire blood upon alien claws. Fathers are not meant to outlive their sons, and certainly not to bury two of them in the service to a war that must never be acknowledged. I told myself I was shielding them. I told myself ignorance was armour. Tonight, those are thin comforts. I should have told them everything rather than let fate drag them unawares. And yet, what choice was there? What choice is there? I've spent too many years in uniform, in Egypt and elsewhere, to indulge the luxury of inaction. I've seen what happens when rot is ignored because it is inconvenient or unfashionable or unspeakable. Evil does not require great numbers. It requires only silence and time. Evil flourishes when good men do nothing. I've written that phrase in margins and orders before, but it has never weighed upon me as it does now. The Order of the Watching Star had bled before. I still dream of Blackfriars 1899. The echo of gunfire in the church nave, the chanting, the sudden awful understanding that we were moments from annihilation. Too many died that day because I hesitated, because I weighed the risks instead of acting. We won, yes, but it was too close. It is always too close. I told the investigators that I was too old to accompany them to Egypt. 62 years, a stiff leg from a Sudanese bullet, a heart that has recently been a battlefield in its own right. Sensible reasons, cowardly ones too, perhaps. They need every blade, every mind, every scrap of experience we can muster. Howard knows this, though he did not press me. He never has. Amelia knows it as well, though I have not yet said the words aloud. How cruel it is that I must wound the person who has already given me everything. I see her still as she was in Cairo, standing in the officers' club, chin raised, eyes bright, with barely concealed fury as Lord Peter Edgerton, her fiancé, laid hands upon enlisted men who could not strike back. His rank was lower than mine, and his character lower still. I remember the shock on his face when I tore into him before his peers, stripping away his authority as neatly as one removes a glove. Amelia told me later that she decided, in that moment, that she would marry me or no one at all. The scandal was worth it. He has never once asked me to be less than I am. It does not make this any easier. I will go after them. I know it now with the same sense of certainty I once knew when to order a charge. If I am to be a grand witness in more than name, then I must witness and act. Let Charles and Stanton's deaths mean something beyond sorrow. Let their father stand where they fell. I shall make some calls in the morning. Warren Hall, 6th March, 1925. Matters proceed with gratifying efficiency. Spoke with Sarton Chamberlain this morning. Old debts still carry weight when called upon properly. He, in turn, prevailed upon the Admiralty. Passage has been arranged aboard HMS Volunteer, a newly commissioned fast destroyer. He sails from Portsmouth to Malta on the 7th. I depart England once more. May God forgive me, and may I be of some use before he judges me. The journal ends here.
Before you stands Sir Edward Fitzwarren in Dr. Cafour's office.
Gentlemen, it is good to see you again. How have you been faring?
Sir Edward,
From Dr.
My lord.
Jacob.
this is a surprise. What brings you here, Sir Edward?
As I say, see you in good health, Lockhart, and Sergeant Briggs, dependable as ever. I was very sorry to hear of Howard's death. Yet another one fallen in this war that we wage. I spoke to Dr. Cafour a few days ago when I was in Malta, a fast steamship, a mail ship, and I landed in Alexandria last night. Came straight here. In Cairo, I've made a few calls to possibly get some assistance. Dr. Cafour, though, remains elusive. Went to his lodgings. There was signs of a break-in. Do you have any idea where he is?
No, we were coming here to speak to him. We need to get out of Egypt. It's done here. We need to pick up everything from the museum and get out as quickly as possible. There's a lot of danger here, Edward.
This will be the work of the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh. This is the heart of their operation here in Cairo.
Of course. How have your activities proceeded? Have you disrupted their actions?
Yes,
Recently?
Yeah,
very much so.
but not if we can't. We have things that they desperately want, which is really why we need to escape Cairo as quickly as possible and dispose of them far away.
The artifact brought to Warren Hall, are they here in the museum?
Yes, we came here to retrieve.
Retrievals.
We came here to retrieve everything and to leave as soon as possible. What of Dr. Cafour, though?
That is the question. That he was not in his apartment. The signs of the break-in and I arrived here scarcely a few minutes before you did.
He'll
What
be in
of
there.
Dr. Cafour's man, Hassan? Is he with you?
No, no, Sir Edward. Yet another loss to the cause. We lost him last night.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sounded like quite a knowledgeable, helpful fellow. But again, this war is costly.
What are your plans, my lord?
I have called for assistance. There is an agent of Sir Austin's here in the city. Wasif is his name. You may have met him, Nigel Wasif. He works for, you could say, the Foreign Office.
Oh, I remember the man. Yes, said he would smooth things over for us back home. Very
Possibly,
helpful.
I've asked him to come up with options, and I will call him again shortly. Firstly, Dr. Kafur, we need to speak to him before we leave the city.
We need to empty the museum of all of our artifacts. We have a lorry outside with a colleague.
Is Wasif investigating Dr. Kafur's disappearance?
Not to my knowledge. I only asked him for resources.
And it was hours ago, you say? It was discovered?
I went to Kafur's residence and then came straight here.
Feels wrong,
Perhaps there's
but
something.
to simply up sticks and leave. Dr. Kafur's been invaluable to us.
Oh my eyes. It's never smooth, is it, Jacob? You're right. We can't just leg it. Damn it.
But we have to assume he's in the clutches of the Brotherhood.
It's just you and me, though. Can't risk lucky. If it takes any more, he's gonna fall. He's hanging on by a thread as it is, mentally and physically. We need to get him some good rest.
I'll take a seat at Kafur's desk, start going through his papers, open his drawers.
Okay, before you open the drawers, you see a letter atop the mail, which is obviously today's mail on his desk, which is addressed to Wilfred Hassan, Albert Briggs, Jacob Lockhart, and Thomas Leach, pair of Dr. Kafur.
Oh, I'll take the letter.
Okay, you can open it.
I'll read it. Yep.
Okay, you open the letter, and you see a piece of paper, which I was just about to show you if you want to read it out.
Dr. Ali Kafur now rests in our custody. He remains alive for now, though his continued breath depends entirely upon your obedience. If you wish to see him returned, you will bring the stolen relics intact and unaltered to the appointed place at sundown. The southern entrance to the Western Fields Cemetery, Geyser Plateau. Come alone. Bring no guards, no scholars, no foreign authorities. Any attempt at deception, delay, or defiance will seal the scholar's fate. The Black Pharaoh's gaze is upon you. Choose your path with care. The Brotherhood. And there's a nice Ankh drawing as well. Well, that's a damn shame. Dr. Kafur was a good man, but I ain't taking no relics to him.
I agree, we cannot let them get hold of any relics, especially the Egyptian ones here. We Nitocris cannot be allowed to return under any, I'm going to tap the table, any circumstance. Kafur was a friend of mine. I knew him, met him here in Cairo many years ago when I was stationed here. He knows of these dark forces, clearly, dark powers. I will do what I can, but we should not take the relics anywhere near the Brotherhood. You agreed?
Well,
Now,
yes,
I'll see what I
we
can
can't,
do.
we can't risk them falling into their hands.
I will see what I can do with the authorities, and if they can attempt to rescue Kafur. I fear, gentlemen, that another good friend of ours will perish in this fight. Kafur has skills, but I'm not sure if he can slip away from this one. Grave decision. If you like, you can put the blame on me. I'll carry that weight.
We're going to be walking into the lion's den.
Only a fool would walk into an ambush. Should not do it. If you're going to fight, you fight on the battleground of your own choosing, not one presented to you by, I'd say, men, these evil creatures, all bent on destroying the world.
If we don't meet them, what happens to poor Dr. Kafur?
I think we know.
Similar to what happened to Wilf, Jacob. Similar to what happened to Wilf. Let's get the artifacts we came here for.
Okay, so are you going to go around in the? And they're not in the vault anymore. They were just kind of streamed amongst all the other artifacts that are on display, so they're hidden in plain sight. So they're fairly easy to.
Yeah.
Assuming they're still here.
Oh.
Okay, are you going to go? Are you both? Because only you two would know. Would reckon. I know actually. Of course, Sir Edward would have seen them. You saw them because you studied them quite intensely, didn't you, at the manor?
Yep.
Yeah.
I recognise the artifacts, but I don't know where Wilfred hid them.
No.
He hid them around the museum in boxes, cupboards, crates. But Jacob and Bert would know. Okay. So how about, gentlemen, you gather the artifacts, get them ready to move, not put them in the truck already. There is heightened security around the museum. Wasif said he could at least do that to start with. I will call him shortly and discover what else he has managed to arrange.
Right. Come on, Bert. Let's get going.
Okay. So you're going to start to gather up the artifacts, and then once you, I presume, take them to the lorry. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
back at the lorry, we'll fill Lucky in with developments.
As you open the back of the lorry, you notice that Lucky seems to be constructing some sort of a device, which Bert worries you a little bit. When you must admit, as you realise it is, it looks to be some sort of improvised explosive.
You ready to go, gents?
Not quite yet. We've still got a few more boxes of these artifacts to move.
There've been some developments, Lucky.
I'll hand him being Lucky, the letter. This is addressed to us.
Dr. Kafur's gone. He's in the hands of the Brotherhood.
And what's the decision?
Well, we haven't made...
No change to the plan. We get the relics from here. We get our things from the hotel. We leave. Is that all right?
That if it was me that had been taken, I wouldn't want you to risk everything to save me, and I'm sure Kafur would feel the same way. So I agree. However, in some kind of payback, I've been working on this little parcel bomb that thought I might post to Al Shakti when we leave. So with any luck, when he opens it, we cut the head off the snake. Might not work, but it'll take out some minions. Well, at worst, I'll keep tinkering.
Okay. Right.
Doesn't sit right with me, gents, to simply give up Dr. Kafur. Is there nothing we can do?
There's nothing I could do. All I would do in that situation is die. I can't bring anything to the fight. I won't stop you. I can't stop you. But I don't think I can help. There's going to be more than 3 members of the Brotherhood there. They're going to be prepared. It's obviously an ambush, or a trap, not an ambush. And obviously, even if you didn't take the items back, you'd have to fight your way out. It's risking everything that you've achieved so far to save one man's life when we're talking about trying to save the world.
And so much sacrifice already, but
I don't think there's anything we can do for him.
But this is one of our own choosing. It doesn't sit right with me, but I can't think of it.
If you can think of something, then...
Well, no, we'd need an army, wouldn't we?
We would. I don't think there's anything we could do that we don't risk his life and our lives. And there's nothing to say that even if we gave them what they're asking for, they'd let him go, and they certainly wouldn't let us escape with our lives. Not after everything we've done. They wouldn't let us go and continue doing what we're doing. They want to put a stop to what we're seeking to achieve. They'll kill us as soon as they find us. Kafur's just bait, and he's probably already dead.
Poor bargain, Jacob. Could you please allow us to not kill this one man so that we can subjugate the entire world? This is not a deal. There is no deal to be made.
All right, gentlemen, I can't think of any alternative.
We need to keep moving. Go bring everything, and we need to get to the hotel and get out of Cairo.
What of Sir Edward? Do we bring him with us?
Give him a choice. He's come a long way.
That's what I was trying to get at when I was asking him what his plans were. Give him his choice.
Well, he can stay here and clean up if he wants to. He can launch a rescue mission for Kafur, or he can come with us.
All right, go back and get the last things, and then see what Fitzwarren's doing.
You go and get the rest of the things. So Edward seems to be on the telephone currently in Dr. Kafur's office. It takes you about a good kind of probably almost an hour to actually get find all of the stuff and get it back onto the lorry. So it's approaching kind of maybe 2:30 by the time you've done that. Sir Edward has finished up on the telephone by the time you have collected all the artifacts together, and you're pleased that you have one stroke of luck today, in as much as all of the artifacts that you had are remained in place.
We'll wait for Sir Edward to finish on the phone. Do we get any idea what he's talking about?
He's finished by the time you finished your jobs. He's kind of standing watching you.
Sir Edward, we've come to a difficult decision. We'd resolved to leave Cairo before we came here and discovered Dr. Kafur's fate, but feel that we need to we need to leave, which I appreciate involves sacrificing Dr. Kafur, but we need to remove these artifacts from Cairo immediately and do our best to destroy them or lose them forever.
Very good. I do understand and agree. It is the least worst course of action, I think. War's loss obviously will be regrettable, and we will raise a glass to him. If by some chance he does manage to escape, or rescue can be launched, then all very well and good. In the meantime, Man Wasif has come through. He has arranged transport for us to exit Cairo, and additionally to exit Cairo quickly and under protection of the British Army. If we need to wait here until it is night, and then a convoy will take us to the airfield. Where is it that you wish to head in future? Is it Kenya, Shanghai, Australia?
Well, I still think, gentlemen, Africa, but if the two of you prefer Shanghai, then that's where we'll go.
Well,
Still in the lorry, by the way.
Thanks. It is no problem. We have choices. For now, this route out of Cairo gets us out quickly and safely and a long way from the reaches of the Brotherhood.
And what of your plans,
We
Sir
will be able to bring
Edward?
all the articles. If you will have me, I will join you. And I will lend what experience and skills I may to this endeavour.
You're very welcome.
Again, I thank you for all the support and friendship that you gave to my sons. It is not forgotten.
They were
Yes,
dear
we are
friends and trusted colleagues.
the arrangements are that we are to depart at dusk.
From here, or
Headfield from here. Convoy will arrive. Trusted soldiers. They are not in any way connected. It enables us to avoid any infiltration to the local police. Thief's men, they will see us right. Is there anything else that you need to do in Cairo first? We leave.
Some items left in our hotel.
Okay, so you're going to go back to the lorry then, now that you've got all the stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to drive back up to Giza?
Yeah.
To the Mina House Hotel, yeah?
Yeah.
Can we stop at my lock-up on the way? It'll only take 5 minutes. Grab my gear that I need, and then we'll head on.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just gone 3 o'clock when you pull up outside the front of the Grand Mina House Hotel. Can you all roll, apart from Sir Edward, can you roll spot rolls, please, everybody else?
I introduced myself to Sir Edward on the drive, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Jacob's too busy driving, so no.
Lucky's too busy building a bomb.
Bombs.
So that leaves me paying attention.
Fortunately, yeah.
Fortunately, yes. So yeah, I have a success.
That is, fortunately, is probably the understatement of the year, to be honest.
I did say I was literally and figuratively wielding shotgun, so Sandra on my lap. Let's see.
I forgot to ask earlier. It's foolish of me. Are you all wearing your stars?
Yes.
Right. Turn right here, Jacob.
Swing a right.
Okay.
Right.
You're just about to pull up outside of the hotel, and suddenly he says turn right here, so you swing a right.
Turn right again.
Do what he says.
Slow it down.
Okay. What have you seen?
There's the black rolls outside Hotel Mina. I think our man is there waiting for us. This is tricky, Jacob.
Why would he do that if he's expecting us to meet him at or meet his minions at sundown?
We can't go shooting up Mina. And we know that he has
What do
ways
you
of
have
getting.
in the hotel?
We know he has ways of getting to us. What if he sees us and puts some spell on us? So at the hotel, notes mainly, our clothes, all the good stuff is at the museum. Passports.
Yeah, we can replace the clothes. These notes relating to tomes and investigations.
We could probably get Wasif to arrange for someone to clear out our rooms for us, couldn't we?
Would be the best idea.
Let's try that then.
Unless Al Shakti has already bribed his way in there.
Unless we want to try and sneak in.
Stakes are too high. We do not want to risk entanglement with Al Shakti. Even if we come off better for it,
And
there will still be a
If-
price to pay.
if we're sneaking in, it means I'm doing it. The more of us means more trouble. Lucky ain't sneaking anywhere.
Just off this mortal coil.
No. Well, I think we try and phone up, see if we can get stuff brought to the museum, and if we can't, then those things are lost, and we'll have to make a puzzle about the passport situation.
You won't need passports to leave Cairo, but you may
No.
need them at a later date.
To get in anywhere else.
Well, I don't have that problem. I'm listing up against the back because obviously I wasn't staying in the hotel room, so I have all my gear. Is there any with the books and everything in the? There was nothing esoteric in the hotel other than notes and things.
No, that was
No.
all in the. It's
Personal
more about
effect.
personal effects. Yeah, everything.
Everything
Esoteric was at the museum.
So there's nothing that's other than passports. There's nothing irreplaceable.
No.
No.
Well, let's go to Shanghai and then you can visit the embassy's consulates and get replacement papers there.
I expect Wasif can probably put those arrangements in hand before we leave Cairo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you are now deciding not to go into the hotel. You're going to head back to where?
Yeah. Back to the museum and away our armed escort.
Okay.
In this case, discretion was the better part of valor.
Okay, you drive back to the museum. Are you taking the lorry around the back into the yard again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got about 3 hours to wait until darkness. So is there anything else that you want to do, or you are just going to wait it out?
Might try and have a little bit of a sleep if I can. I think we've been awake for nearly 24 hours now.
Yeah.
Well over that, in fact.
Okay.
Well, everything's in the truck, so we need to sort of stick around the truck.
Are you just going to stay in the truck then, rather than going into the museum?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's sensible.
You're going to need to take it in turns watching.
Would bring the items back into the museum. If they're all in the truck, they managed to overpower everyone in the truck. They could drive it away.
It took an hour.
Mm.
I think we should just leave things in the truck. And then,
Well, if somebody,
guard the
if
truck.
it looks like somebody's attack, yeah, if it looks like we're going to face attack, we drive the truck away.
Mhm.
Okay.
But hopefully there would be increased presence around here. Wasif did say that he would do what he can to safeguard the museum. Keep an eye out for more soldiers.
Okay, so you wait in the truck. Hours pass. You drift in and out of sleep. You awaken just before 10, aware of the sound of a truck pulling into the next to you in the behind the actual museum itself. You're already to Edward. You see a British Army truck pull into the back of the museum, and you recognise Nigel Wasif as he moves with clipped urgency, his voice low and unwavering as he comes to the back of the truck and begins to shepherd you out of your truck into the British Army truck.
One moment, I nip
Okay.
inside and put my package in the internal mail of the museum.
Okay. You've obviously rigged it badly and it blows up.
I'll go over to see Wasif, shake his hand. Thank you for coming.
He hardly seems to have time to shake your hand, but although he does so, but he's keen for you to get into the truck as quick as you can. You see the soldiers stand rigidly to attention, rifles slung, eyes constantly scanning the darkness beyond the museum walls. You're almost bundled into the back of the vehicle. Eventually, once you've got all of your items and yourselves into the back of the truck, the canvas flaps are snapped shut behind you. You kind of all look at each other. The smell of oil, dust and old canvas fills your lungs, and the convoy lurches forward. Through gaps in the canvas, you glimpse Cairo sliding away, silent streets, shuttered windows, minarets etched against the night sky. 10 minutes later, the truck screeches to a halt. RAF Heliopolis. Wasif exchanges words with the guard post. A corporal jogs over and leaps into the lead car. Engines roar again. and soon the paved road gives way to dirt, rattling your bones as the convoy heads toward a solitary hangar, crouched in the desert like a forgotten relic. Once inside the hangar, harsh electric lights reveal trestle tables laden with simple food, bread, fruit, tins of bully beef, and a line of army cots pushed against the far wall. The flight departs at dawn, Steve tells you, his expression resolute. I will remain here until you leave. The men will stand guard. They are loyal, and they will defend this place to the last man should the Brotherhood dare to attack. The words linger uncomfortably in the air. Sleep, once it comes, is shallow and fractured. The desert dawn arrives without ceremony, cold pale light spilling into the hangar as engines cough into life outside. Wasif confers briefly with the flight crew, then gestures for you to follow. The truck carries you to the waiting aircraft, a Vickers Vernon, squat and utilitarian, its fuselage already yawning open as soldiers manhandle your trunks into its belly. The pilot runs through final checks. As you climb aboard, Wasif stands apart from the bustle. For a moment his composure slips, just long enough for you to glimpse the strain beneath it. Then he straightens, raises a hand in farewell and steps back. The engines roar, the aircraft shudders, and Cairo falls away beneath you. The flight heads northeast, tracing the coast to Port Said before striking inland over Palestine. The land below becomes harsh and unforgiving, endless stretches of sand and rock, broken only by the occasional scar of a dry wadi. Time stretches unnaturally in the air. The constant drone of the engine seeps into your thoughts. Sleep comes in fits, and when it does, brings uneasy dreams. Whispering winds, vast empty spaces. After 8 grinding hours, the aircraft descends towards a lonely patch of desert, Rukbar Wells, little more than fuel tanks and a windswept strip carved from the wasteland. From there, the final leg carries you east until at last the green-brown sprawl of Mesopotamia comes into view. RAF Hinadi lies south of Baghdad, a hive of military activity compared to the desolation you have crossed. As the aircraft unloads, a military truck waits nearby, engine running. A broad-shouldered man in sergeant stripes approaches. Staff Sergeant Brown, he says bluntly. I don't have a special code word, gentlemen. None of that Secret Service nonsense. Mr. Wasif's instructions were clear. I take you straight to the train station for onward travel. If you'll hop in, my men will handle the luggage. True to his word, the journey is efficient. At least at first. The train south to Basra, however, proves anything but. The line is incomplete, requiring multiple changes, long waits in sweltering stations and uncomfortable carriages, packed with traders, officials and soldiers. Your paranoia almost overcomes you. There are eyes everywhere. British Army stamps carry weight here, and when they do not, Sir Edward's generous tips smooth matters considerably. By the time the train finally rattles into Basra, you are dust-coated, weary, and acutely aware of how far from home you have travelled. Basra is alive. The port thrums with noise and motion, shouted orders in half a dozen languages, the creak of ropes, the clang of metal hulls, the thick smell of river water and coal smoke. Ships of every size crowd the docks, their flags snapping in the humid air. Port officials barely glance at your papers before ushering you onward, directing you to a steamer of the P&O line, its black hull looming above the quay. She sails at first light, one official says. Bombay. 10, perhaps 12 days, depending on the sea. As you watch the crew prepare the vessel for departure, the weight of distance settles in. Cairo now feels impossibly far away. Whatever waits for you in India and beyond lies across thousands of miles of water, and whatever you have carried with you is not easily left behind. Some journeys, after all, do not end simply because the scenery changes. And that, gentlemen, is the end of the Egypt chapter, Masks of Nyarlathotep.
Hope you enjoyed our adventures in Cairo. The rest of the season will be concentrating on Shanghai. What trouble can we cause there? Stick around. We're going to get to the investigator phrase and we're going to roll some dice and see if we learned anything at all for our troubles.
Which means it's an investigator development phase, which we all love.
Ooh.
How many
Ticks did you get, Edward?
What do ticks make? Prizes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cold.
Unfortunately, Edward's going to be
It
one
was,
of the.
wasn't it?
Basically, it's like Edward's gone somewhere at Christmas, everyone watching the family all open presents, and he's just sat there. And there was.
Does he get telephone use?
He got a tick on logistics.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So we will do sanity gains first.
Critical success on destroying the
Okay.
family line.
So
No,
all
there
of-
is another.
all of you, both
Who's going first?
both Jacob and Lucky, who were in a state of insanity, you are no longer after the journey and your
I
recuperation. Whether that be
lost you then. Sorry.
so you're basically you're not insane anymore. Is what I'm trying to say. You no longer have underlying insanity.
That was it's just raging.
Yeah,
Excellent.
which is nice. I'm just going to work out what your potential sanity gains are. Yeah, who wants to go? I'll do all the sand gains first, and then we'll do the ticks afterwards. Going to find which ones you should. Sorry, I'm trying to find the page where it tells me. Right, here we go. Who wants first sanity?
No, Bert, go first.
But okay. Oiling the resurrection. You gain 7 sanity from thwarting the plans of the Brotherhood to raise the Queen Nyarlathotep.
Okay.
Okay. You gain a further 1 sanity point for defeating the hunting horror.
Yep.
And another 2 sanity points for defeating the terrible sand type creatures that attacked you in the pyramid.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other. There's no other entities that you overcame, was there? Okay.
Yep.
Good. Who next?
It's Darren. You're dropping out for me every couple of seconds, and that might just be me. Is everybody else hearing? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, fine here.
It's you that's dropping out, not me. Okay. Who wants the sanity? Let's go with Jacob. Come on. You need some sanity, don't you?
Yeah. About,
Um,
about 70 would be good.
okay.
That's what
let's
I'm
go
hoping for.
Right, you've got 3 for defeating the scheme of raising Nyarlathotep. Okay.
Yep.
You have an additional. Oh, I don't know why I'm rolling these. Somebody else should be rolling them, shouldn't they? Why am I making? Because last time I let you roll them myself. Do you want to roll them again, Bert? Or are you happy with the ones I gave you?
No, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you roll them then. It's more fun. Roll a d8 first for the 6. That's better than I rolled. Okay, 6. Now you need another a d8 a d10 for the hunting horror
5.
and a d6 for the other creatures.
4. Well, that's all right.
Okay, there you go.
15.
Yep.
Oh, doubled.
Okay, so Simon, you need to roll a. Can you hear me now? By the way,
I'm only catching I've dropped out, dropped back in again
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
so far.
Okay.
Well, I think your audio is dropping out
Yeah.
as well, Simon. We only caught some of that.
So you need to roll d8, d10, and d6 for sand gain. I sent him a message to do it. Oh, no, okay, so hopefully you'll do that in a minute. Now we'll do the. Do you want to do the? Should we do the ticks? We've got time to do the ticks.
Yeah, let's do the 6.
Let's do the ticks. Right. So Bert, you go first.
Okay. So dodge.
Yeah.
No. So I have to get under what I have. No. What do I need to get over?
You need to get over what you've got. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good then. I've got over.
There you go then.
That's D10.
Yeah. Correct.
Correct. Okay. Super. Fighting brawl next.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's over as well. 7 more. Very good. Now firearms handgun.
That's
That
not
is
going to happen, is it?
16 is not over. No. Firearms rifle. Unbelievably, that is over my skill by 1.
Wow, that's a result.
Excellent.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. So my firearms
You're a proper dead-eyed dick, you are, aren't you?
82 now. Rifle shotgun skill. Right, intimidate. Which I should get over because I'm not very good at it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, 1.
That's
1.
pants.
So I'm not didn't get very much better. Listen, 54. Yeah, that is over as well. The 7.
Mhm.
What's next? Spot hidden. No.
Ooh.
Improves that. Stealth is my best skill. So, oh my gosh, 87. I have actually improved my stealth.
Awesome.
Wow.
If you get more than 3, you get sanity for this.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh no.
If you got if you get the improve your skills to 90, you improve your sanity as well.
Never mind. Yeah, so my stealth is 81 now. That's it. That was all my skills improved.
Okay. Okay. So Andy.
Okay. Charm to begin with. No, I was too charming already. Dodge. Oh dear. No. Firearms. No one say a thing. Funnily enough, I've improved that.
Yeah, utterly shocked. Utterly shocked if 61 wasn't an improvement.
Oh wow!
And
9.
huge improvement from all
Are
the
you back,
practice
Simon?
you've had.
Yeah, I'm back.
Good. Did you roll your sanity?
I didn't catch anything from sanity. No, nothing.
We'll do you in a minute then. We'll do Andy.
Yeah.
Carry on with
So, first aid. Oh dear. No. Library use. When did I do that?
in the library.
Probably.
In the museum,
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
Don't
Museum.
argue with the ticks now.
That's a success.
Mm.
Where's the D10? 4. Listen. Oh, yeah, that's
Good.
above. Sorry, okay, wrong dice. D10, 8.
8. Nice.
Occult. Nope. Spot hidden. Probably one of my best. This one. Nah. Stealth. Oh dear. No. And
Now you've got
track.
a normally desirable run of very, very low scores.
Yeah, I know. And track. I'll be gobsmacked if I don't improve this one. Yeah. 4. That's it.
Lovely. Simon.
Hello.
First of all, you need to roll your sanity increases, which is a D10, a D8, and a D6.
A D10. Ah. Okay, so that's 10.
10 in total. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now your skills.
1 on a D10 is frustrating. Okay. Dodge. Nope. Fast talk. Yes.
Yes. 5.
5.
No, that's solid.
Yep. Brawl.
Oh,
Yes.
big number. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another
brawly.
good number. 8. Yeah, nice. That's a good improvement.
And firearms.
Ooh.
Nope.
So,
library use.
Oh.
No.
An extreme.
Extreme failure.
Yeah.
Listen. No.
No.
Jeez.
No.
Spot hidden. No. Stealth. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yay.
Mr. Stealthy 7. That's good.
that's good.
Did you roll your weapons as well? Your weapon attacks?
You only rolled one firearms.
Yeah, I did. You're quite right. And I did have. Hang on. A 7. I didn't roll for a pistol. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And no.
No.
Okay. Well, at least we checked.
I realised Jacob
Yeah.
didn't pick a single lock in that chapter.
There wasn't
Didn't
a single.
He didn't mend the
single
clock.
clock.
Yeah.
Single
Yeah.
clock.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
I think you're forgetting yourself there a little bit. Anyway, I have one more thing to tell you before we finish tonight. The torches burned low in the vast chamber, their flames guttering as though afraid to breathe. Shadows clung to the carved pillars, stretching into impossible shifting shapes. The white-robed cultists led Dr. Kafur forward, their footsteps echoing in the cavernous dark. His face was pale, but resolute. He knew where he was and what this place meant. At the centre of the chamber stood a pool, vast and silent. Yet the water reflected nothing. No torchlight, no movement. No cowled faces, just black, absolute and featureless. The leader of the cult threw back his hood. Omar el-Shakti stepped beside Kafur, his voice soft, almost reverent. Your friends have chosen your path. The circle of robed figures tightened, their chanting began as a whisper, then grew weaving through the chamber like a living thing. The torches flickered violently. Kafur lifted his chin. For a heartbeat he looked upward, not in hope but in defiance. And they have chosen wisely. Cultists seized him and cast him into the darkness. Chanting stopped at once. the torches dim, the only sound was the faint, hungry stirring from the depths of something rising to meet what had been offered. And then the final terrible tortured screams of Dr. Ali Godfrey Kafur. I'm afraid that leaving Dr. Kafur to die has had some impact upon your sanity. Can you all used to make a D6 roll when you lose that much sanity?
2.
2 for Bert.
Hey.
Nobody gives a shit about this, do they?
A 2 and 2.
Yeah, well, you know.
You feel bad for a millisecond, and now you're okay.
Nah.
To be fair, we were pretty steadfast, and it didn't actually take us very long to decide, did it?
I wonder what's for dinner on the boat.
That's awesome.
That was awesome. That was the best.
2, 1, and 1.
Cool.
That's very
Right,
upsetting. That's brought my sanity right down.
Does
Yeah,
Edward
Sir Edward.
need to roll? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does need to roll. Yeah, poor old Sir Edward didn't get any gains. I bet he rolls a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go now. I will.
Well, you were his friend. Oh,
No,
no,
we didn't care
You didn't
either.
really care either.
Just a 2 for him as well. He did,
Well,
he also
yeah.
agreed it was the right thing to do.
Well, I mean, come on. This is the 1920s, and he wasn't English.
Oh, bookended it. Well done, Simon.
22:35.
Oh dear.
Uh,
Thank you very much,
with
gentlemen.
the English degree
Thank
comes in. That was excellent. Thank you. Rubbish rolls at the end. Well, all really
Yeah.
good rolls that I could possibly used elsewhere in the adventure.
Yeah.
Although I was quite
Yeah.
pleased not to die from the rifle wound. That could have quite easily killed me.
Yeah, you could have 2d6. You could. How many hit
Yeah.
points
So
did
it
you have
took
left?
5
for that?
down. 1.
I didn't realise it. Oh yeah, you said, didn't you? It was 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Wow. There
Wow,
you go then.
God, that was really close. Oh.
Yeah, it was a little bit. So can we just stop off in Shanghai just for a stopover and then go to
Yeah.
Australia and then get like extra sanity for just doing Shanghai just really quickly?
Sadly, not. That's not quite how it
No.
worked. Be good if it did, though, wouldn't it?
That'd be good if we did that. We just
Just a nice holiday, basically. You know?
Yeah, just pick off the locations.
Just get
Go-
the.
Go
Yes,
there,
we will
they go there with a box brownie, take a few selfies.
then investigate a development phase. Here we come.
No,
we need to
1920s
do what the
Pokemon.
hell we're going to be doing in Shanghai now. We have to.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you actually know? Apart from that you probably should be going there. That's probably you might actually. It's quite a big country. It's
Shanghai has got
Shanghai.
a couple of key points about it. It's
Yeah.
not Cairo, and it's not Egypt. So other than that, those are our main.
That's
focus,
all
isn't
we
it?
needed to know at this
That's
point.
all we needed to know.
And we've
you
yet to make any really powerful enemies there as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
made
don't
the
fly
right-
faster than the telegram, though.
You made the right choice. You made the right choice in just leaving. But your spot roll for the Rolls Royce was rather important at the end.
Yes, yes, I thought it might.
we were pretty much on our knees, weren't we?
Having spotted it, and then just could you imagine if I'd spotted it and then we just gone, oh, we'll go in anyway, be fine.
Be nice to have a chat.
Yeah, wouldn't have been nice for a chat.
I'm assuming that would have ended quite badly
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, it would have ended. Considering the state that you're in,
Yeah.
it would have probably been the end of the campaign. To be honest. Well, there's not really any probability about it.
Well, I'm assuming that at best gunfire, at worst he cast something on us. So
But yeah, it'd be more likely the latter. But
yeah,
anyway, you weren't stupid, so that's good.
Yeah. It's comes to something when you're hoping for gunfire. Africa might be in the rearview mirror, but there's no letting up on the action. We'll be back next week as we head for a slow boat to China.